Hello, welcome back to another game of the Titans of Arena tournament. As you can see, I don't have much time to cast, but before the single elimination stage is actually starting, quarterfinals coming up soon, I want to show you one particular game, a 2v2, between TaToH and the brothers, the coaches Melkor and Feanor. This game, both sides picked Malay and Incas, so we have technically a mirror matchup. We have here Feanor playing in yellow, he is playing as the Incas. Let's go for the maps quickly. Got a second gold save in the back, which is nice for him. The main stone relatively safe. The main gold on the side here, but facing his teammate Melkor, so that should be alright. Second stone forward and a third gold should be somewhere forward. Am I missing that? Here on the left hand side. We have a little bit of resources in between the two players here, and we have Feanor facing. Can I go to him? Yes, TaToH playing in green as the Inca, so on the flanks, not a mirror matchup. I guess it doesn't really matter here. With the Incas, TaToH has the main gold safe in the back. A little bit of space to boom, actually, not too much, but I guess it's not going to be really a boom game. One boar outside, 3 deer outside. Second and third gold on the left-hand side outside. The second stone outside forward and the main stone forward. The main gold safe is nice. Let's see if that's going to come into effect. I think he should be happy with the main gold in the back here, and he should be fine otherwise. We have... actually, no, sorry, it's a mirror matchup. That's my fault. It's Incas against Incas. I was telling the wrong thing. First boar coming in, of course. No, it's the second boar. We have then Melkor playing in red. That's Feanor's teammate with the Malay. We have the main gold on the side here. The main stone safe in the back. That's good for him. The gold should be forward, second gold forward, but inside but forward. Second stone outside, the third gold. That's an extra gold here as the third gold for him, actually. Don't see it right now. Does he have gold in the back? Am I missing golds here? That's strange. Maybe he's missing it himself. Is that a third gold? That would be really annoying. Or no, that's it actually. So the third golds from both players are actually quite far forward. Control over this part of the map later on might be really important here. Damn, I can't talk. I haven't casted for so long. And we have Error with the Malay as well. Main stone forward for him. The third gold forward outside. He has been luring deer in, so there's a house coming up. Second stone forward outside, and some access for the wolves or the relics. Not sure about that. There's a lot of wolves here. I think that's the wolves probably. We have the second gold safe in the back and the main gold also pretty safe in the back, so Arina should be happy here. Got 2 lumber camps here in the back. He has a little space to get a few TCs up if he wants to. And of course the players are going to advance to Feudal Age. We have Arina not going up yet. He's going for the 31 population. That's going to be a standard Malay fast, and with a lot of farms up already, that's going to be a 33 population, but technically it's going to have like, is that 28? I think you're saving 5 villages, or you're getting 5 more villagers with the Malay bonus. And we have TaToH also already on the way to Castle Age, as well as Melkor, who is playing as Malay, so it's going up faster. Feanor actually clicking up now, and Incas can go for, I guess, Eagle Warriors in Castle Age. Malay, of course, different options here. We might see Battle Elephants, Knights, Scouts, and Lightcav. We might even see Pyramid Warriors later on. Maybe not immediately because nobody's on stone as far as I can see, but it would make sense. We have Castle Age there for Melkor and Castle Age coming for the other players now as well for TaToH. Incas, I guess 2 TCs coming up, 1 on the main gold here, and no 3rd TC yet. No, that's coming up. 85 stone, that's nice to have a little bit of stone left. That means 3 TC and boom for now. Melkor is not going for any military units right now, so we're gonna see a little bit of a boom game here. 2 extra TCs coming up. And we have Arrow, he's up to Castle Age. TC coming up on the main stone. The TC probably coming up some in the back. Yes, on the main gold on the wood line. All nice TC spots. And finally Feanor going with the TC on the main stone on the wood line here. And another TC probably coming up somewhere in the back. Actually on the wood line here with a lot of space around to put some farms up. So not a lot of action, a little bit of a scout fight because actually, oh, I didn't see. Arrow was going for scouts here. Is that true? Let me check. Does he have a stable? Yes, he went for barracks scouts, so he's going for map control. I guess we're gonna see a monastery from him soon. Might delay his boom a little bit, but I think it's worth it at this point. And of course he went up quite late considering Malay are advancing faster, so it makes sense to use those resources to get some investment going, maybe get some relics. But you can see with the barracks up from Feanor, Feanor got a few Eagle Scouts on the field, Bilbo coming from a lot of players actually. A nice timing before 20 minutes is always good. Need to take a sip of water. And continue. And now you can see Feanor is going across the map, looking to find a few more enemy units maybe. I think Melkor is just booming. Villager-wise, yes, Melkor is ahead, 62, that's the highest number right now. And Melkor is going with the TC number 4 on the main gold here on the wood line. With enough space to put a few farms between the houses and the TC. I like the TC spot. And he's got a lot of farming up already. He is with 6 villagers on stone. Heavy plow and handcart coming in. Nice timings for that as well. And Arrow probably, no, not behind, because Feanor doesn't have as many villagers as the other players. I think that's because he went for Eagle Scouts. He had to invest a little bit of villager time into mining gold, but he's looking good as well. Gold shaft mining coming from ToA, handcart coming in. Both are only now from Melkor. That's really late. Not sure if that's the best idea. TaToH, does he have 3 or 4 TCs? I can see 3 right now. University coming up. I think he's staying on 3 TCs. Going for stone now. Yeah, only 30 stone in the bag. That means 3 TCs, and he's going to be able to click up really soon. He might not be the first to advance to Imperial Age if Melkor or Arrow are going to go up faster, because of the Malay bonus, of course. They're going to be quicker here, and looks like Arrow is really close to getting up. University coming up as well. 6 villagers to get it quick here, and I think those 6 villagers may try and go for a defensive castle here on the stone, or maybe even a forward castle. The castle actually coming up with defensive position to guard the stone. And that means Arrow will be up first in Imperial Age. Click, same time as TaToH, but as you can see, he's going to be up 1 minute 20 seconds faster, and that is huge. Castle now also coming up from Melkor to protect the stone. Pretty similar actually in this regard. Of course, the villager numbers a little bit different, because Melkor 109 villagers going for full boom here 26 minutes into the game. And Feanor also getting a few relics in. That's the second coming in for him. The question is, what are we going to see unit-wise? A few Karambit warriors getting created, conscription coming in. Are we going to see battle elephants immediately? Are we going to see something else? For now we don't see a lot here actually. Loom conscription, but no military units coming in from Arrow. Let's check for Feanor. He is advancing to Imperial Age. He's going with the castle now. Tracking coming in, so I guess we're going to see infantry here. TaToH up to Imperial Age. What's the choice here? Arbalest coming in for him. Chemistry on the way. Elite Karambit from Arrow. Plate mail armor, chainmail armor. Should be interesting. And of course, TaToH is moving forward. He's up to Imperial Age faster than Feanor. He is going to have more archer ranges. I guess Capram on the way. Or not yet, but we should go for that very soon. Let's go to 75 speed. See if that's better for us. Melkor not doing battle elephants, but also elite Karambit warriors. I guess that's the first unit to go for with the Malay in this game. And I think we're going to see battle elephants later possibly. But for now, the Karambit warriors and then sheer numbers they can put up in early Imperial Age will matter. Third castle on the way from Melkor. This is huge, and he's got a really good economy. 138 villages. That's a lot. That's a lot more than actually TaToH or Arrow, but together they're pretty neck and neck. So, ooh, double castle coming up here. That's 4 castles. Melkor can actually not afford to lose those unless he is switching into battle elephants. And now the interesting part happens. Melkor and Feanor have a really strong team game. Actually, it helps sitting in the same room, of course. But in a 2v2 tournament, it makes a lot of sense to use that advantage, and if they're not doing it, that's nice. If they're doing it, that's no problem for me. I think that's fair in this regard. Other players can go to TeamSpeak and do the same thing pretty much. Now the Karambit warriors from Melkor moving to the right hand side to try and help against the Arbalest, and actually elite Kamayuks coming up. 0 + 6 pierce armor is a lot, so that's only 4 damage per arrow. That means 20 arrows needed to take down one of those elite Kamayuks, and a lot of infantry units now on the field. Arbalest from TaToH, not sure if it's the right choice. They can do a lot of damage, but once they're getting caught by let's say that group of elite Karambit, they may go down really fast here. The elite Kamayuks also helping, and right now Feanor and Melkor in the score lead, despite the fact that Arrow and TaToH are actually pushing here. But you can see the Arbalest may die very soon now, and they're getting surrounded by Karambits and Kamayuks. On the left hand side, a lot of Karambits streaming in, but they're passing the castles from Melkor. Not the best way to go to. And we have a lot of fighting happening here, where actually Melkor is spending so much that it looks like he's gonna take the advantage here and is gonna be able to fight back. We're seeing slingers on the field now, a lot of upgrades of course on those arbalists, so slingers makes a lot of sense, and they're gonna be good against the elite Karambit warriors, or at least decent, not sure about good. Arson coming in +4, Onager coming in from Feanor. Very important to see that against ranged units, of course Onager makes a lot of sense here. And you can see so many karambits streaming across the map. This is just crazy. This is what you expect with the Malay and Incas actually. I think it's a really nice Civ matchup. Not sure if we're going to see it more times in the elimination stages. I haven't decided on the actually match and Civ pools here. You can see a lot of elite karambits fighting against Arbalest and the elite karambits from Arrow. But it looks good from Feanor and Melkor. They are in the score lead by 400 points team score wise. Resources looking good for Melkor. Let's check the other players actually. Arrow resources looking okay. She's producing from 4 castles, same as Melkor right now. And we have Feanor with fortified wall, which is interesting to see. Of course there was a breach and a little bit of an attack, but nothing major I guess. And now the elite Kamayuks are actually controlling the right hand side, so Melkor can focus on the left. And he's gonna start and try and take down as many castles as he can. Arrow has done the same thing. He has gotten a trebuchet or 2. And of course there's still the elite Karambit warrior spam. They are really cheap, they cost 10 gold each, and of course the half population space makes them really viable here. Castle number 5 coming up from Arrow, very important to see. Let's switch to Melkor again. Does he have the stone for a 5th castle? No, not right now, but a lot of gold and food in the bank. He can spam Karambit warriors forever. Is he switching tax? Is he going for battle elephants anytime soon? No, he is again starting to produce with a little bit of production pause. And as you can see, Karambit warriors on the right hand side. That means Melkor probably needs to help out. He may send a little group. And again, Trebuchet is hitting his castle. Melkor definitely needs to keep his castles up, because if he's losing those, they may lose the game here very fast. Scorpion's actually on the way here from Arrow. Nice addition against all the Karambit warriors. Military-wise, Arrow is ahead and TaToH is ahead of Feanor. So we might see a push from TaToH again. TaToH also going for watchtowers now. I guess we're going to see Andean still incoming, guard tower, maybe arrow slits later on, and I think keeps might be an option here. A lot of Karambits also from Arrow on the right hand side. The thing is, looks like Melkor is actually pushing the left hand side. Friendly mining of the gold here. Gold or not so friendly, because actually Arrow making sure that Melkor cannot use this gold maybe yet. The castle still standing up, okay, 3 HP and getting repaired, but again we have those 5 castles now from Arrow, so he should have the better production here. And arrow slits coming from TaToH as expected. Actually elite Karambits moving in to try and raid Feanor here. That's a very important part of the Karambits. They are really good at raiding. And Onager from TaToH makes sense. TaToH still going for the Arbalest against elite Kamayuks. I think the Kamayuks are actually stronger. They should be cost effective. With a few Onagers behind that, the Arbalest will die really fast. You can see Arrow on the left hand side is still sending a lot of elite Karambits, a few Scorpions, not heavy Scorpions yet. Behind that I guess Malay do get heavy Scorpions? I have no idea to be honest. Maybe they get, maybe they don't. Bracer Ballistics coming up from Melkor. What is he going to do with that? Does he want to... It's just for the castles maybe? I think he's not going for the skirmishes or anything. And I'm expecting to see battle elephants sometime in the future, as well as some trade might happen. 2 very important castles here from Feanor. I didn't see those. Feanor is on 4 castles as well. TaToH only on 1, but he doesn't really need the castles. That's why he's going for the guard towers and probably keep soon. He is actually successful in pushing Feanor back. He's controlling huge parts of the map here. And Melkor is sending elite Karambits again. Not the best gather point in the world, but he is going to control his military units soon and then try and go for his Arbalests. Right now they're dying. That's not a good thing for him. The thing is, we have Arrow with only 31 military units, so that's probably roughly 50 Karambits, 1 trebuchet again hitting that castle, and Melkor is not able to actually take the castles down. If he was able to do that, then the game might look a lot different here. But right now, still 300 score difference, and looks like Feanor and Melkor are able to hold here. What can TaToH and Arrow do despite, except for like spam a lot? And you can see now Onager Micro against Karambit. Of course, Karambit will die fast against those Onager shots. Not taking down the Onagers. Nice fights on the right hand side and left hand side. Not a lot of things happening. Again, Karambit's moving forward, and actually Arrow was able to take down one of the castles. But no, he didn't lose a castle. He still got 5. Now the elite Karambit warriors moving forward, attacking the castle by hand, not by siege. And of course Melkor needs to try and hold on to his castles as long as he can. Let me check the resources from Arrow. He is on the bare minimum. Doesn't have gold left, almost no gold, and they don't have a trade yet. This is not good. 43 minutes into the game, you need to think about trading. There's 1 market, 2 markets coming up, but no trade cards happening yet. Actually, trade for Melkor only. He's got 9 trade cards, so he's thinking about the future here. Feanor, a lot of gold in the bank, and with elite Kamayuks, he's actually able, together with Melkor, to push TaToH back. TaToH, of course, holding his ground, hit behind the watchtowers, guard towers actually. and he is gonna try and push more and more. As you can see, both players, Melkor and Feanor, are going to left hand side. A few trebuchets from Feanor. They're gonna try and take down those castles from Arrow, I think, because Melkor only 2 castles left, and that's not gonna be enough to keep production going. We see barracks now coming up. Are we going to see the 200 swordsmen here? I was expecting to see elephants, but maybe not. Elephants would be really good. A surprise elephant attack here would take down all the elite Ceramic Warriors and also be really good against the Arbalest Slinger combination. Ooh, big shot with the Onager here, but the action is on the left hand side, as you can see right now. That's beautiful. So many elite Ceramics and elite Cameos moving forward. 3-4 trebuchets hitting the castles, and that means Arrow is in trouble. TaToH needs to move fast and help out. He's not doing that right now. He's instead going for the castles of Feanor. Maybe not the worst idea, but what is Arrow going to do after losing the castles? He doesn't have a lot of resources, or he hadn't the last time I checked him. TaToH looking good, but Melkor low, and Arrow also very low in resources. Actually, he's got 6 castles up. Was it castle number 6? He lost 1 now. He's still got 5 castles. That means he can still produce a lot of units here. But as you can see, Melkor and Feanor are still pushing. The 4 trebuchets are still up, and the next castles will fall if TaToH is not coming to help here. TaToH, of course, at the same time will be able to take down one of the castles sooner or later. Arbalest and Slinger still getting microed on it just here. The keep finally coming up for him. Melkor going for long swordsman. I think he is switching into the 200 swordsman. I'm not sure if forced Levi was done already. Levi? I don't know how to pronounce this. Doesn't really matter. Of course, it makes the 200 swordsman cost no gold whatsoever, and that means the best, one of the best trash units in the game available for Melkor soon. The next castle going down. Arrow is in trouble, and I think TaToH needed to help out here. I think if he was doing that, then maybe they could win the game from here on and go through either Melkor or Feanor like this. Melkor and Feanor still in a score lead. 200 points only. A really good game, and we don't know how this game is going to end. To be honest, I know how it's going to end, but right now you cannot tell. And as you can see, Arrow is losing more castles. Who is going to switch? Melkor switched to 200 swordsman. The question is, can Arrow do the same thing? Can he hold on to his castles? He's not moving out. He's got a lot more military units from the first glance here, but 71 military units from Feanor as well means this is not easy to push. The Scorpions actually doing really good damage. I guess not heavy Scorpions for Malay, so the Scorpions need to do, and big fight happening here. We have Arrow trying to win this fight, trying to take on the now flooded 200 swordsmen, and I think Melkor will be able to create a lot of those 2 hands. Let me check his resources once more. He's low on everything, but he's got a lot of barracks and he's spamming. Still on 119 villages, Melkor, so he's got a decent economy. And looks like Arrow cannot do this alone. TaToH is actually still trying to push. He was able to take down one of the castles, but he's not making a lot of progress. And trade is still running here from Melkor, as you can see. So TaToH, I think, needed to help out. How is TaToH going to win the right-hand side if Arrow is actually losing the left? Because it looks like Arrow cannot fight back right now. He doesn't have too many castles left. I think he's low on resources, and trade-wise there is 29 trade cards against right now 11. That's not a lot from Arrow and TaToH. We have chemistry coming in from Feanor to make the Onager stronger, I guess, and as you can see, castle coming up forward, keep coming up, trebuchets forward, but TaToH is not able to push. Feanor is able to hold here. And now the 200 swordsmen moving forward. They are trash units right now. I'm pretty sure Melkor did the unique upgrade. He's not even going for more of those Karambit warriors. He's low on resources, obviously. Let's check for Arrow. Yeah, good amount of food, but no more gold left. And he's losing the last castle here. This is not looking good for him. What is he going to do now? Is he switching the tech? Is he going for elephants? He's going another castle in the back here, actually. I think he's getting stoned from TaToH, which would make sense. Caravan coming in from Melkor. Way too late, in my opinion. But better late than never. And we have Feanor, not a lot of gold, but enough resources to get a few gold units out, maybe sell some. And on the right hand side, now TaToH is pushing into the base from Feanor. This might be deadly, because if you can go to the trade, then this might be over really fast. Here on the left hand side, 200 swords are moving in. Of course, the Scorpions will be decent, even if they're not heavy Scorpions against those, and actually heavy Scorpion available for Malay, as you can see right now. So Arrow is able to actually afford the 1k food, 1k wood, or one of them is 1k1, doesn't really matter. And we have TaToH now moving forward with the Arbalest, with the Onagers, but beware of the Onager shots, because one Onager can switch the game here for now, actually, TaToH looking good. He's moving forward. He's got rid of that castle, and he will be able to go for the trade now. This might be really deadly. Hoardings coming from Feanor a little bit too late, I guess. And what is Melkor doing? He is sending Karambits to help out. Karambits, of course, a little bit faster than the 200 swordsman. That gives Arrow time to actually come back, to recover, to get more units out. And we have Feanor with good resources right now. And he's able to actually push Melkor back, push TaToH back with a few onages here. Karambit's waiting, and now TaToH, of course, trying to get a better grip on Feanor's space, and getting a few keeps up, and still using the trebuchets to hit everything. Elite skirmisher production starting, makes sense against all the arbalest. Let's check for TaToH actually. Resources looking decent. He's population blocked, and population capped. We have a few siege workshops coming up from Arrow. The trade is running now, but both trade lines still working good. We have 32 against 25 trade cards, so actually not so far apart anymore. Sea Tram coming from TaToH. That's really late in my opinion. I was expecting Sea Trams a lot earlier, but of course they had to spend a lot of resources on making military units. A really good game. They're 55 minutes in, and on the left hand side no more fightings happening. Siege workshops coming up. We're going to see heavy scorpions and apparently still elite Karambit warriors. Against, on the right hand side, 200 swordsmen for Melkor, a few Karambits. Arbalest from TaToH fighting against elite Kameyuks. Trebuchets now from Feanor defensively to take down the enemy trebuchets, and of course the towers. Siege trams, not sure how good they're gonna do against elite Kameyuks. Looks like they're gonna go down really fast. Nice onager shot here, but it's not gonna be enough. That one onager and the Arbalest are actually not doing so much damage. TaToH probably right now focusing on something else, get his economy in shape, get more trade lines, something like that. And Feanor able to hold, surprisingly, because I thought TaToH could push a lot harder here. We have Melkor now waiting in the middle to see, okay, where do I need to attack, where do I need to move. Onager and Siege Engineers coming in from Melkor 57 minutes into the game. Really interesting to see that upgrade that late in the game. Feanor actually had 4 relics, he needs to get control of them back, and I guess he should be able to do that because right now I don't see any monastery close. Maybe TaToH sending villagers forward, trying to get a monastery, try to get a monk and steal a few of those relics. The Siege Ram only attacking a piece of wall, it doesn't really matter. You can see elite Karambits and heavy scorpions moving into the middle between the two players here. Might be not the best idea. I think the 2 trebuchets try to attack the castles. That might have been better because the Melkor would be open. But TaToH and Arrow are now pushing. Melkor and Feanor still a score lead, but by what? By 100 points? That's not a lot. That's a really even game, and that's why I decided to cast this game, because I think it's a really good one. And as you can see, 1 hour in, almost 1 hour, you cannot really tell who is going to win this. Continue. What's going to happen next? We're going to see a big fight here between Arbalest, elite Karambits, onagers, elite skirmishers, elite Kameyuks, heavy scorpions, everything the civilizations actually offer, except for elephants maybe, is happening here. And we don't see any more slingers, but the heavy scorpions here against onagers, this is dangerous. Of course heavy scorpions are strong against infantry units, but onagers are killing heavy scorpions really fast. And now military number wise it looks good for TaToH and Arrow, but they are losing of course, and Feanor Melkor will be able to reinforce faster. And as you can see, a lot of those cheap 200 swordsmen moving in. Melkor probably a really good farming economy. Let's check for that actually. Melkor, I want to quickly see the farmers count. 59, really nice. That's what we expect. Like 60 farmers, I think a decent number, plus the trade cards to give you gold and a few lumberjacks. Makes a lot of sense here. The Arbalest still standing around, but onager shots happening, and TaToH needs to micro a little bit. He's doing it right now. Nice shots against the onager. The trade line is almost getting attacked here. Few elite skirmishers holding back. And we do see 200 swordsmen now also coming in from Arrow. TaToH and Arrow in the score lead, I think for the first time in this post-Imperial Age fight. So this might be a turning point here. You can see Arbalest and 200 swordsmen now against elite skirmishers. Technically Arbalest and 200 should be better, but they might not be so cost effective. Elite skirmishers might be doing quite okay. And onagers of course coming in. On the left hand side, nothing happening. Everything is focusing on the right hand side, where the trade line from Feanor Melkor is almost getting attacked. For now, they can hold that line here. The trade is directly behind that. Elite skirmishers and onagers. And I think TaToH and Arrow will try and group their armies now to be able to push more. You can see siege trams being filled with, I guess, slingers or arbalest, doesn't really matter. But against onagers and that wall of elite skirmishers, you can't really do a lot. The heavy scorpions moving in, they might be really helpful here. You need something against the onagers. Maybe your own onagers from one of the players. I'm not sure about that. And from the left-hand side, of course, Melkor is trying to do as much damage as possible. He's trying to defend here. And still, Feanor and Melkor are able to defend this. But TaToH and Arrow have map control, as you can see right now. They are pushing forward into the trade line. Ballistics coming in from Melkor. Is he going for elite skirmishes too now? It's possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. I guess the Inca elite skirmishes should be really good. Should have all the upgrades. And we now still have a big group of Arbalest here. A few tournament swords, but they're not really good against the Arbalest. I think that's a very nice winning point here from TaToH. Doing Arbalest seemed weird at the first glance, but he is able to keep a lot of them alive, and that's very important for him. Almost losing my voice here. And we still have Onychus fighting against everything. You can see Onychus now moving in from Melkor here, and on the left hand side nothing happening. Actually, a few elite Karambits in that trade line would do really good, but the same goes of course for the other side here. You can see the trade line is pretty much open, no walls or anything, just the buildings, and they are really protectful, of course. That's the word, protectful. Elite battle elephants coming in from Arrow. This could mean game change. Let me check. Where is the elite battle elephant upgrade coming in? Are we going to see a few stables forward? No, that's barracks for now. But we might see it. That's the stables, elite battle elephants on the way. This is huge. They could change the game. Cameos, of course, natural counter to those, but there's not so many elite cameos on the field, and battle elephants might be the tanky unit that you need to fight everything that Feanor and Melkor have right now. So let's see if that's going to work. Man-at-Arms requires Spectral Armor, so TaToH actually wants to go for champions here. They're going to be better than the two-handed swordsman, of course, but they're going to be more expensive as well. And players still switching techs. This is nice to see. 1 hour and 9 minutes into the game, and TaToH and Arrow in the score lead. They are still pushing on the right-hand side, but as you can see, Melkor and Feanor are trying to push back. Trebuchet hitting that castle now, and TaToH actually does not want to lose the castle, because this is holding the forward together, in my opinion. And if that castle is gone, then all those military units might go down fast here. I think Melkor could be able to actually outnumber them. There is the lead battle elephants, missing a few upgrades, but 300 HP. This is huge, and right now the tournament swordsmen are taking on the battle elephants. And that's a decent fight here for Melkor. The thing is, the Onychus will die fast. They can't really do a lot against those monsters. And we have pikemen now coming in from Melkor to quickly put up some defense against the battle elephants. I guess he's also already creating spearmen. Yes, very quick tech switch here. Arrow, not a lot of resources left, makes sense. Feanor actually looking really good when it comes to wood and food. Same goes for TaToH, looking decent. Melkor low on pretty much everything. He's spending so much food on those two-handed swordsmen. Of course, this is a trash war for him right now. And now the elite battle elephants are going into the trade line. This is huge. Can they do damage here? 200 swordsmen in the mix as well. They're going to block the trade line, and probably going to kill quite a few of those trade cards. Actually, no, not happening. The elite Kamyuks now moving in on the right-hand side. Arbalest, Onychus, siege rams moving forward. Battle elephants at the front here. Really nice push here, but Feanor and Melkor trying to engage here, and with the pikemen they have a really good fight here. Those battle elephants will actually die. Looks like Melkor is doing, was it conversions or his own battle elephants? Not sure about that. Is he producing? Let's check. Elite battle elephant creation also starting from Melkor, so he's doing the same thing. He's switching into battle elephants now. He knows if my opponent's doing that, I might need to do the same thing. So for now, no more two-handed swordsmen, at least not so many. Pikemen and elite battle elephants finally happening 1 hour 13 minutes into the game. Trade cards, that's like 74 against, what is that, 72? So really similar right now. The thing is, the trade line from Feanor and Melkor is not safe. And TaToH and Arrow are pushing more and more siege rams moving forward. Battle elephants, Arbalest behind that really strong army combination. Arbalest is what Feanor and Melkor are missing right now. Can they make up for that with Onychus, with the elite skirmishers? We're going to find out. Of course, the game is not going to run forever, but it's not going to be over in the next 2 minutes. That's what I can promise here. We have battle elephants, and halberdier upgrade is done. This means the battle elephants from Arrow might get counted really easily, and he might need to switch into something else again. On the left hand side, nothing happening whatsoever. Everything is happening in Feanor's base and in front of his base, where TaToH and are still pushing, and the score difference is like 500, 600 points only. That's not a lot. Yet again, Melkor is spamming elite battle elephants now, sending Onychus, sending everything to the right hand side. And for now, Feanor and Melkor are actually able to hold. Look at this. They are pushing back now with elite Kamyuks, elite skirmishers, Onychus, battle elephants. We have a few halberdiers in the mix. They don't have siege rams. Onychus should be good. And actually we can see more 200 swordsmen coming up again. From Arrow is not doing too many more battle defense apparently. Doesn't have so many stables forward. Let's quickly check his point of view. I think here, yes, we have 200 swordsman creation, but no more battle defense. They are really expensive, of course. So right now, actually, Feanor and Melkor are able to hold elite skirmishes, and elite Kameyuks from Feanor still happening. Onager shots on the battle defense, nice attack round actually, and those Onagers should survive. The halberdiers are doing a lot of damage. Maybe 1 or 2 of those battle defense can attack them. They are quite fast actually. Siege Rams again moving forward from TaToH. Doesn't have so many arbalists left. He's sending a few more. Actually, no, that's a big group. Sorry, that was split. So still a lot of arbalists here from TaToH. He's microing like a champ here, and he has done so much damage with those arbalists. Now the Onagers are the only thing he needs to pay attention to, and maybe a few of those battle elephants could do damage. Siege Ram coming up from Feanor finally. Of course, he could have fought a long time ago, but I think right now that might be really helpful against the Arbalest, because then you can move forward. Onager Siege Rams against Arbalest. Ooh, good shot here. Not too many Arbalest dying, but I think TaToH lost quite a good amount of HP on those Arbalest. One more of those shots and TaToH might lose a part of his army. 87 trade cards against, what is that, 72? No, 82. So still quite similar. Good shot again with the Onagers before it goes down. And Feanor and Melkor are actually pushing out. Siege Ram train now coming in from Feanor. Very good idea. And they are taking down all the forward buildings. This is huge right now. TaToH could rebuild the buildings, of course, but Arrow probably doesn't have too many villages around. So his stables and barracks, once they're gone, they are not going to be built up so fast on the right hand side. That means he needs to send everything from the left hand side. Castle up here in the middle. Karambit warrior production starting again. Interesting. Maybe we're going to see a few raids, but the main battle is still happening on the right hand side. Arbalest moving back. Look at this. Melkor and Feanor in the score suddenly. Not sure how that happened, but I think Siege Ram had a lot to do with that. Maybe Halberdiers was a very good choice here against the battle defense. Eagle warrior couriers coming in. TaToH switching to elite eagles. Is that actually possible? I don't really think it should work, but we are going to see elite eagle warriors apparently. 1 hour and 20 minutes into the game. It's a team game. The players have trades, so they have a golden cup. But as you can see, Feanor and Melkor pushing now on the left hand side. Battle elephants and 200 swordsmen, as well as Halberdiers still moving into the right. And now TaToH is the one who needs to defend from getting pushed here. So many siege rams. That's a dozen siege rams almost, taking down so many buildings. That's more than a dozen. Everything going down, and it looks like Feanor and Melkor may be able to take the game even. Look at this. This is amazing. Score difference suddenly 1k5. All the buildings going down. The Arbalest can't really do a lot against these siege rams. And TaToH wasn't able to go quickly into something to counter this. Iron casting, what is he going to do actually? Where is his barracks? He's producing halberdiers right now, that's what he can afford, but he doesn't have a lot of barracks. It's a big problem for him. He's got good resources, but he can't really do a lot of that. And the siege rams moving in, taking down everything. Look at this, this is amazing. Of course, Feanor is putting up forward buildings now, even with the castle coming up. TaToH, no, Arrow is trying to help, putting barracks up, going for the 200 swordsmen. But how are you going to stop this without the numbers that you need? And now the first group of elite karambits going into the trade line from TaToH and Arrow. So Melkor is saying, okay, let's try this. Maybe the trade line is open, which is actually the case. Elite battle elephants moving forward as well. And TaToH is in trouble. He lost the castle. He's losing his walls. He may lose all the archery ranges. He's going for more and more arbalest. But siege rams was actually a turning point in this game. 1 hour and 24 minutes, and everything's still happening in the middle and the right hand side. Like Melkor and Arrow don't even know that they're on the left hand side and they could attack each other. But I think it's a good idea. Finally, a few elite karambits trying to raid. Of course, this is open, but as you can see, there is so much going on the right hand side that the left hand side can not really do the biggest impact right now. Siege rams still moving forward. Elite skirmishers behind that. Now elite battle elephants coming in from Melkor. He can afford that right now. He apparently does have enough gold income. 4 relics still from Feanor. That is huge. He's getting a very steady gold income from that as well. And you can see the last siege rams finally going down, but the battle elephants are still moving in. And those arbalists are actually doing a decent job against the battle elephants. Not fully upgraded whatsoever, missing a lot of upgrades. I think Malay do get at least a +2, they get +4. I'm really surprised to not see the +2 at least. But I will find out later on. And now elite skirmishes against Arbalest, that's not the fight you want to have. Look at this, this is beautiful. 3 castles coming up. How did that happen? Did they buy the stone? I guess so. And now Elite Kamayuks, Siege Rams moving in, Elite Battle Elephants, a few Slingers even from Feanor here. On the left hand side, Melkor is now pushing, going in with 200 swordsmen. They got a lot more military units, and I think this might be the GG soon. Look at this is just amazing. TaToH, 2k gold in the bank, but cannot do anything. Wasn't able to switch techs, wasn't able to go into Halberdiers, Elite Skirmishers, maybe Siege Rams of his own, or Onagers, something like that. But the Battle Elephants just so strong, and so many Siege Rams from Feanor suddenly. What a game changer here. And now even Arrow is getting attacked inside his base. TaToH and Arrow calling the GG. Amazing game in round 2 between those two teams, and I think a really appropriate game to look forward to the quarterfinals, semifinals, and of course the grand finals in 3 different brackets. Hope you enjoyed this game. Hope you enjoy all the ToA matches that are coming up. Check AoE Zone. I will put the games on the event calendar as soon as I know about them. You can see the challenge brackets there and so on. So see you in the next game. See you in the ToA matches, and GG.